What's up guys, my name is Alex and welcome to Let's Talk, where I talk about all things queer that have interested me in the past week. Let's get into this. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Carmilla because, well, Carmilla's coming out this month. It's getting pretty close. I'm very, very excited. We also have New York Comic Con, which is coming up this week, and there will be a Carmilla panel. I believe they're going to be releasing another trailer at this panel. So that's happening, I think, Thursday this week. I think the panel is happening. So yeah, I'm excited for that. But also, it was recently announced last week that, as you guys probably know, Carmilla movie will be releasing October 26th. But for that night only, the 26th, there's going to be like an exclusive cinema premiere of it as well. So it's only going to theaters for one day. I believe it's only going to Canada at select films. I believe it's Cineplex. So for everyone else, like myself, that's not in Canada, it's kind of sucky. But for those of you that are in Canada, I'll have a link that you guys can go check it out if you want, or if you're willing to travel to Canada, that'd be cool. Let me know if you guys are doing that. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about the cinema screening, I'll have a link in the description for you guys to go check out. Next thing that I want to talk about is Grey's Anatomy, because that started back up again this week. And I have some feels. I do have some feels. So, Arizona does have a new love interest, it looks like. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of forgotten her name. I have some mixed feelings about her. I know a lot of people on Twitter have been stoked about it, and their scenes were hot, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm not fully on board this ship just yet. And I feel like it's not going to take long for me to get on board, and I feel like the biggest thing that has deterred me from this ship is I totally am on board with Arizona and Teddy. They had like, what, 30 seconds together in the premiere, and I was just like, I ship them. I ship them so much. I've completely forgotten Teddy's storyline. She came in like season 6 or something, right? I'll probably have to rewatch it. But I've completely forgotten her storyline and how she interacted with Arizona beforehand. But I don't know. Seeing Arizona, I don't know. It was like Arizona fangirled over Teddy, and I just, I loved it. I loved it. I shipped them so much, and so I couldn't fully get on board with Arizona's new love interest. Though her speaking Italian, big fan, big fan. So I feel like I will eventually get on board, but right now I'm like, got some mixed feelings. But I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Yeah, do you guys watch Grey's Anatomy? Thoughts on Arizona and her lovelies? Okay, moving on, I want to talk quickly about, because I haven't watched it myself, but I want to talk about a movie that has been released. It's called Battle of the Sexes. I had not heard anything about this movie before this week, and then all of a sudden everyone was talking about it, I suppose because it got released. Turns out it's hella gay, which I did not know. It's got Emma Stone in it. She plays a lesbian, which I just like, very happy about. I'm very, very happy about. Like I said, I have not seen it personally myself. I am going to go see it this week, so I'll give you guys a better idea of what I think of it. But I wanted to let you guys know of the movie if you guys are interested, if you have some free time on your hand and you want to go to cinemas and check something out. This is something to check out. So the movie is based on true events. I'm not much of a tennis person, so these names don't really like jump out at me. But if you are, then maybe this movie's right up your alley. But yeah, like I said, just to let you guys know of it, I will be watching it and giving my own sort of thoughts on it next week. But I'll have a link to the trailer if you guys want to go check that out. So next thing that I'm talking about is something a bit more local here in Australia. But I thought I would keep everyone else updated in case you don't know what's happening here in Australia in regards to same-sex marriage. It's a whole deal. So to give you guys some backstory on this story that I'm going to be talking about, we currently in Australia do not have same-sex marriage, and there is currently a voluntary postal vote happening to get an idea of what the Australian public thinks of same-sex marriage. And so there's a yes or no survey going out right now. You tick yes if you think that the law should be changed to allow same-sex marriage. You tick no if you don't think it should be changed. So what this is, like I said, is not actually a vote, it's a survey. So the government is spending $122 million on this survey to see what the Australian public thinks of this. If it gets like a majority yes vote, then the government will consider allowing a free vote in the government to see about changing the laws. But even then, it's not guaranteed that the laws will change because they can vote no, even if Australia was like, yes. So that's currently happening right now. Just as a quick overview, there's just a lot of drama and shit around it that I've just brushed over, but as an overview, that's what's happening. So the past week, there's been some drama leading up to the NRL Grand Final. If you guys don't know, NRL is the Australian football here. And so the Grand Final happened yesterday, I believe it was. Yeah, yesterday. There's been some drama leading up to it because Macklemore had been announced to play as the opener for the game. And politicians were very, very upset at the possibility of him singing Same Love at the grand final. They were kicking up a stink about how politics shouldn't be in sports and all this bullshit. It's been going on for a week. Like, it's been on news, it's been on just everywhere. Just like trying to stop Macklemore from singing Same Love. Now, obviously, because of that, Macklemore was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna sing Same Love. Yeah, so it happened. There was a lot of support for Macklemore. There was some very vocal haters, but in the end, Same Love here in Australia jumped up to #1 on iTunes. There was a lot of support at the actual game. The actual stadium itself publicly showed its support for same-sex marriage as well. It was just, as an Aussie, I guess, a gay Aussie as well, just watching him sing Same Love at a big football grand final here in Australia leading up to this. There's just like, it's been so depressing, this whole situation. It was just really, really great to see. So huge props to the NRL, to ANZ Stadium, to Macklemore, to everyone. It was just, I don't know. I was like crying last night when I watched it. I'm not a crier, but there were tears. So I'm going to have a link to the video if you guys want to go check it out. But yeah. And last thing that I want to sort of talk about is a Supergirl live stream that I'm planning. So, as you guys probably know, I have a very, very love-hate relationship with Supergirl. I have been hurt by Supergirl many a times, but I've also followed Supergirl since season 1 and was a huge fan of season 1, and it's still grabbing on to me. I can't let go of it just yet, even though it's hurt me so much. So I have been debating whether I do any content in regards to Supergirl or not, because I don't know what to do. But I have decided to do a live stream. This coming weekend, I am pairing up with Sophia and Emily. They're a couple reactors. I'll have a link to their channels if you guys don't know who they are. But I'm going to be chatting with them this weekend. We're just going to be chatting about Supergirl. We're going to be talking about our hopes, our concerns going into season 3, because I wanted a place where we felt, you know, as a queer community, felt comfortable talking about our hopes for season 3, our concerns for season 3, and just talking about our feelings going into season 3, because there is a lot of passion in regards to the fandoms that surround Supergirl as well. So I struggled with whether I wanted to do the live stream or not, but in the end, I do have a lot of thoughts and feelings in regards to Supergirl, and I wanted a place where we all felt comfortable talking about it, because, yeah. So the stream is going to be happening Sunday, 8th of October, 10 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, which is my time, my local time. But for those in the US, it's happening Saturday night, which is October 7th. So it's going to be happening 7 PM Eastern Time and 4 PM Pacific Time. So mark your calendars. If you're not in Australia or the US, just Google what time it is in your time zone. But yeah, I'll have a link to my announcement on Twitter that I posted. I'll also be creating an event leading up to this. So I think 3 days before the live stream is going to happen, there should be an event pop up in your subscriptions if you guys have subscribed to me. And you'll have the option to send a reminder as well. So yeah, that's going to be happening. I'm excited. I'm excited to actually get to do a video with Sophia and Emily, because they are amazing and I'm big fans of them. And I'm excited to do this. I'm nervous, but excited. But yeah, I think that's about it from me. As always, I want to give a big shout out to my Patreon sponsors. We got Alex, Marissa, and Corey. And again, I want to just mention I have some merch out if you guys are keen to check out the merch. This is one of my merch. Tacos are tasty tops. I also have this phone case, the Queer Shipper phone case. I've got a whole bunch of other stuff, so there's a link in the description to that merch as well. But I think that's about it. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.